Yeah. There is a big move to Texas, as you know. But I have some more news out of Texas.
The Mark Thompson Show.
Tech workers flocking to Austin during the pandemic. It was the new Silicon Valley. You just love that Austin. It's progressive. You know, you don't get the cumbersome taxes. It's all so much better than California.
Y'all can all go to hell, and I'm going back to Texas.
Well, apparently people who are techies are coming back to California.
Not quite what it was cracked up to be, huh?
Yeah, they don't love it.
I have to tell you, Robert Scoble is coming tomorrow, not today, and it's all my fault. Thank you very much.
All right, Kim. Thank you.
Kim, how are you?
Nothing.
No, thank you. All right. It's going to be crowded like flights over SFO tomorrow, landing on the Mark Thompson runway. All right. Where ambition goes to die, they say. Tech workers flocked to Austin during the pandemic. Now they're desperate to get out. Drawn by the promise of an emerging tech hub, some tech workers who flocked to Austin found a middling tech scene, subpar culture, and scorching heat.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Middling tech scene, subpar culture, and scorching heat. Apparently, many are saying they're trying to relocate. Maybe they'll come back to California, maybe they won't. But they're looking for a new lifestyle. Austin was portrayed as a growing tech hub, but apparently it's been a disappointment apart from the fact that Tesla has moved there. Many tech workers say they regret moving to Texas. And they say it's a fake atmosphere there. It's not, they don't feel the authenticity that they had in California. Yeah. Whether or not this has an effect on the bottom line, when I say the bottom line, we talked about all that tax money and all those great minds, the young tech entrepreneurs moving to Texas. Whether this has an effect on that, I don't know. But they profile a couple who leave California for Texas, hoping for bigger things, and it seems that this is a dynamic area, a growing tech hub, and then they realize, poof. I mean, the fever dream ends when COVID sort of winds down, and they're stuck in Texas. So an Austin real estate agent saw a flood of tech workers arriving over the past few years, mainly because of remote work opportunities. So much that the Hills, which is a suburb of Austin, was nicknamed Silicon Hills. But as quickly as they came, many are leaving. I'm seeing a wave of people going back. And Austin is no longer maybe the Mecca that it was thought to be. According to the Austin Chamber, a nonprofit that advocates for the interests of businesses in Austin, Texas, the city netted 94,764 new residents between 2020 and 2022, right? That's during the pandemic, ranking it first among the 50 largest metros for movers. That injection of new residents made its mark on the city's housing market, right? The median sale price for a home in Austin was $425,000. In the 2 years I just described, where a little less than 100,000 people made their way in, it goes from $425,000 as a median price to the median now at $670,000. Imagine that. I'm sure there are people in Austin now that are like Californians who can't afford to, today, if they had to buy their home, they couldn't afford it. And
I wonder if it's because if people are leaving because of the political climate in Texas, the weather, or because their company said, listen, you've got to be back in the office 3 days a week and you're fired if you don't come. So now all of a sudden, sell the Austin house, we're moving home.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Kim, how are you?
Yeah. When you peel back the names who moved to the city, I mean, the high-profile names like Musk and the corporate announcements about new headquarters in Austin, the reality of day-to-day living and working in Austin's tech scene apparently leaves a lot to be desired. Musk and even those with private jets seem to spend very little time in the city, they say, and have shown little loyalty or civic pride. Remember, you kept hearing about, we're gonna build theater districts here. There's going to be an art scene here. They have some of that now in Austin, but it's small. It's homegrown. But now you have this influx of people, all of whom have that California, freedom and sophistication about their thinking. It's going to be a new day. Well, it turns out the highest profile people are really returning to Palo Alto, where they can hang with their other tech bros.
It would be nice if they could stay until after the election. Wouldn't it? Don't move home just yet. Give it a minute. Vote and then come home, okay?
There's that. Even though jobs in Austin are classified as tech because they're tech companies, apparently the job functions tend to skew toward lower skilled jobs. Of the more than 8,000 Apple employees in Austin, a quarter are engineers. According to an analysis of LinkedIn data, by comparison, about half of Apple's 2,600 employees in the Bay Area are engineers. So you take a number like over 8,000 people who are Apple employees in Austin, Texas. That's a lot of people. Only 25% of those people are actual engineers. I would encourage people to look at these companies like Apple, Oracle, and Tesla to look at what types of jobs are actually being created at these companies. This is according to one tech person who moved there. He rarely runs into the caliber of engineers or investors in Austin that are crucial for building an early-stage startup, he says. The talent density is still a lot stronger in the Bay Area because there's a network effect of all successive large companies and successful large companies that continue to get funded. So he's saying the incubation of ideas and of money exists in the Bay Area with all of its demons. It exists there, and it doesn't exist in Austin. If I was a 22-year-old founder, he says, starting something, I'd go to Silicon Valley because it's going to increase your odds of success. It's easy for people to get distracted in Austin because they might be having too much fun and not focusing on building their business. I think there's a question whether you attract the most determined founders in Texas. Wow, really interesting. So essentially, Austin was oversold to people. It was, all hat, no cattle, all sizzle, no steak. Yeah.
All bull, no horn.
My bad.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Is that
Yeah.
another one? Can that be one?
I don't think it is one, but we can. It's a working kind of thing. We can work
Okay.
with it.
Thank you.
You set the bar too high, Mark. That's how I'd like to describe it.
Albert, they should have taken a page from Albert's book, which is always set the bar low. That way you'll clear it. That's exactly right. And
they had to get people
honestly,
to
Albert
move
has set the.
there.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just going to say, Albert has set the bar very low, but sometimes he does not clear it. It is odd that I would.
Albert, thank you.
I'm just saying, it's
Well,
not always a
Not
lock
Albert.
cinch.
not
You're
Albert
closer to
today.
the bar though when it's lower. If it's really high, you're not even close.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It does come closer.
It's to me today. I'm the one that dropped the bar with the Robert Scoble interview. So
Oh, that's
we
right.
Can't,
Kim, how are
can't
you?
blame
Yeah.
Albert. We got to give Albert a break today.
No, that's right. No, I would not blame Albert for the Scoble.
It wasn't Albert's
Scoble,
fault today.
it's not-
What?
It wasn't Albert's fault today.
Yeah. Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.